In the electric world of NBA anticipation, few arrivals have sparked as much excitement and fervor as Victor Wembanyama's debut. The French phenom's entry into the league was heralded with fireworks of expectation, projecting an image of impending basketball revolution. Yet the reality of Wembanyama's NBA journey has been a symphony of complexities, frustrations, and unfulfilled promises. In today's video, we will be seeing a narrative accentuates a discrepancy between expectations and the current reality of Wembanyama's role within the Spurs system. Victor Wembanyama is an exceptionally talented young basketball player, often heralded as one of the most promising prospects in the sport. Born in France in 2004, Wembanyama gained attention for his remarkable physical attributes and skills on the court. Standing at around 7 feet tall with an extraordinary wingspan and agility, Wembanyama possesses a rare combination of size, athleticism, and basketball IQ. His defensive prowess, shot-blocking ability, and versatility on both ends of the floor have drawn comparisons to some of the greatest in the game. The anticipation surrounding Victor Wembanyama's arrival in the NBA was akin to the emergence of a basketball prodigy. The French prospect's unique blend of size, skill, and potential had fans and analysts envisioning a transformative force in the league. However, the reality has been a complex mesh of potential versus actual on-court utilization. Criticism often stems from Wembanyama's limited involvement in crucial plays and apparent underutilization in offensive schemes. Observers note instances where he appears open for plays, yet the ball doesn't find its way to him, fans leaving frustrated with missed opportunities. Victor Wembanyama's journey in the NBA has been a roller coaster of expectations, struggles, and the weight of immense pressure. Heralded as a transformative talent, the young prospect arrived in the league amid sky-high hopes. Fans and analysts alike participated in his arrival with an almost palpable excitement, envisioning him as a rookie sensation who could potentially redefine the game. However, the reality has been starkly different, and the narrative around Wembanyama's initial NBA experience has been fraught with frustration and disappointment. One of the primary points of contention revolves around Wembanyama's integration into the Spurs system. Observers note a disconnect between his potential and his utilization on the court. There is a prevailing sentiment that the team fails to optimize his strengths, leaving him underutilized and at times marginalized during crucial moments of gameplay. Instances where he's visibly open for plays often end up with the ball moving elsewhere, contributing to a sense of missed opportunity and unfulfilled potential. Moreover, the struggles extend beyond mere ball distribution. Wembanyama's shooting percentages have been a cause for concern. With a relatively low three-point shooting accuracy and a tendency to take contested shots, there is a perception that his game isn't translating effectively at the professional level. This, combined with difficulties in handling smaller defenders, contributes to a narrative of unmet expectations. Victor Wembanyama scored 10 points and pulled down 11 rebounds in the first half of the Bulls vs. Spurs games. With 21 points, 20 rebounds, 4 assists, 4 blocks, and 1 steal at the end of the game, he was quite successful. The 19-year-old Frenchman made history by being the youngest player to ever finish a game with at least 20 points and 20 rebounds. During the first Bulls-Spurs game, former Spur Sean Elliott made repeated remarks similar to what Stacey King said. Elliott, a member of the team's broadcast crew, was perplexed as to why San Antonio was consistently unable to provide Wembanyama with an offensive ball. Victor Wembanyama only took 8 shots in his 7-point performance against the Chicago Bulls. Zach Collin, the backup center for the San Antonio Spurs, has. After selecting Victor Wembanyama in the first round of the draft, San Antonio Spurs intended to start their best players. Jeremy Sochan, a forward who has never played point guard, was chosen by coach Greg Popovich to lead the offense. Many basketball observers begged the coach and the Spurs front office to give Wembanyama a much better playmaker over the most of the season. The experiment was only put an end to by San Antonio in the team's opening contest against the Chicago Bulls. Devin Vassell and Malaki Branham handled the ball more frequently under Popovich. From now on, Sochan will have a small role in starting the attack. As primary ball handlers, Branham and Vassell are still getting used to their routine. In each scenario, the playmakers must ensure that Victor Wembanyama receives the ball. Critics also highlight issues with the team's dynamics. There are accusations, albeit unconfirmed, that Wembanyama's teammates may not be adequately feeding him the ball, contributing to his challenges in finding scoring opportunities. This narrative, however, clashes with statistical evidence suggesting that Wembanyama doesn't receive passes but faces difficulties converting them into successful plays. In parallel, there's a debate surrounding the coaching decisions, particularly involving Jeremy Sohn. Sohn's position shift to point guard and subsequent struggles have drawn criticism, with some attributing team problems to his play style and decision-making. The perception that Sohn overlooks Wembanyama's open opportunities further fuels the frustration among the fans and analysts. At a young age, Wembanyama showcased his skills in various youth leagues and international competitions, capturing attention from scouts and basketball enthusiasts worldwide. His ability to protect the rim shot from the perimeter, handle the ball, and make plays has made him a highly sought-after prospect in the basketball world. Given his immense talent and potential, Wembanyama represents the potential generation of basketball stars, and his development will undoubtedly be closely followed by basketball enthusiasts around the world. It is quite evident that there is a lot of frustration and disappointment surrounding Victor Wembanyama's performance with the Spurs. There is a narrative that suggests he's not being utilized effectively, experiencing challenges in getting the ball, and struggling with his shooting percentages. It's tough when a highly anticipated rookie doesn't immediately live up to the immense expectations placed upon them. However, amidst these apparent struggles lies a broader context that often gets overlooked in the heat of the moment. The NBA is a league where success isn't always immediate, especially for young and inexperienced players making their professional debut. The transition from amateur to professional basketball demands a significant adjustment encompassing the pace, physicality, and strategic depth of the game. The Spurs, renowned for their long-term vision and commitment to team building, seem to be following a strategy akin to successful franchises like the Thunder. They've opted for a patient approach, focusing on nurturing young talents and accumulating draft assets. This deliberate tactic often entails short-term setbacks in exchange for potential long-term gains. Moreover, the hype and anticipation surrounding Wembanyama's arrival in the league might have inadvertently amplified expectations to unrealistic levels. Rarely has a rookie faced such monumental expectations and scrutiny right from the start of their career. The weight of such anticipation can be burdensome, affecting both the players' performances and the public perception. In the broader landscape of the NBA, trade talks involving former players like DeJounte Murray and their potential impact on team dynamics add layers of complexity to the situation. The league is a dynamic ecosystem where player movements and decisions by management can significantly influence a team's trajectory. However, it's important to remember that transitioning to the NBA is a massive adjustment, especially for someone as young as Wembanyama. There's a learning curve, and not every rookie performs like a seasoned veteran right away. Development takes time, and it's common for young players to face difficulties adapting to the professional level. The criticism aimed at his teammates and coaching staff might be valid to some extent, but it's also crucial to acknowledge that NBA success isn't solely reliant on one player or one season. The Spurs seem to be taking a long-term approach, focusing on building a team rather than publishing for immediate results. This strategy often involves enduring short-term struggles for potential long-term gains, similar to what the Thunder did with their draft picks. As former players potentially affecting Wembanyama's development or the trade talks involving DeJounte Murray, these are elements of the NBA landscape that can impact a team's dynamics and future plans. It's a complex situation where numerous factors come into play. Ultimately, while the current situation might be disappointing, patience and continued support for Wembanyama's growth might be the best approach. Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither are NBA superstars. Ultimately, while the current state might be disappointing for fans and stakeholders, it's crucial to exercise patience and perspective. Development takes time, and expecting instant stardom from a young player, no matter how promising, can be unrealistic. Rome wasn't built in a day, and in that same vein, NBA superstars aren't molded overnight. Wembanyama's journey, although challenging, is a part of his growth trajectory, and with the right support and development, he could yet fill the lofty expectations set upon him. In conclusion, while the current state might be disappointing and filled with complexities, it's essential to exercise patience and maintain perspective. Development in the NBA is a gradual process, especially for young players entering the league. Wembanyama's journey is part of his growth trajectory, and with the right support, development, and time, he could potentially fulfill the immense expectations placed upon him. Understanding the nuances of his challenges and the broader context of the NBA dynamics is crucial in assessing his journey's trajectory and future potential. If you found this video helpful, remember to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell to stay updated on our latest content. Your opinion matters. Let us know your thoughts on the topic discussed through our comment section.